So yes, we have Mr. Nath. Mr. Nath from Caravan. I think that's the right terminology. Mr. Nath, I think if you talk about journalism today, everybody is talking about the broadcast bill. Let me correct this sentence. Upcoming broadcast bill which can turn into an act. What are your thoughts? Is it really going to curb the overall freedom of press?
Yes, the indications are such that the broadcast bill, which was introduced originally in November last year, had various provisions which were meant to control any or block any content which the government felt was problematic for them. And they had sort of created a mechanism where a broadcast advisory council was being made, all to be headed by a government bureaucrat with the final say of deciding whether a certain content is correct or not. And if it's found incorrect, they can order a removal. Now the government is working on a new broadcast bill. The problem is twofold. One is, it seems that a certain version of the bill has been released under great secrecy with a very few select organizations. So there is no open consultation yet.
And what is the reason for this?
I mean, I guess it is, one can only imagine, but the purported reason would be, or one can guess the reason would be to limit it to very small consultation, get views of a very small select set of organizations. However, we don't know, maybe there might be a broader consultation after that, so it might be a little premature. But the problematic part is that whilst it carries on, whatever were the provisions of the previous bill, they have also now expanded to include, independent content creators on YouTube, on social media, under the purview of the broadcast bill. All these such content creators were not under any regulatory mechanism, and we have seen in the last couple of years a lot of anti-establishment journalism, a lot of uncomfortable journalism for the government has come from these independent journalists or independent content creators on YouTube, on social media. Now the government has sort of used this provision of the broadcast bill to bring them under control. So in a way, they are moving towards even a greater control on freedom of speech and freedom of expression, and not just limited to press, but even an individual who in an individual capacity. Creators. Yes, and also that person may not even be a journalist. That person might just be somebody who holds strong opinion. They might be having some other profession. But if they have a strong opinion and they have a strong following, then that person could come under the purview of broadcast bill, and their channel can be blocked, their content can be taken down. They are asked, even they will be asked to put together a certain content evaluation committee, a certain system, which a single person, we all know, will not have the wherewithal to comply with. So they are making the procedure so onerous that independent creators may not be able to follow the procedures. Those who will follow the procedures, it will have the handle to bring down their content if the government finds them.
So it's a planned activity.
It is another step towards creating a censorship state. As simple as that.
Also, do you think that the digital era or the digital news, there's a lot of portals,
right?
Are they the ones who are making effort in terms of asking right questions?
Yes, because we have seen the mainstream media, for various reasons, and we can go into the greater detailed discussion on that, has been extremely reticent in asking important questions. As a result, many journalists who left these organizations and who do have a certain journalistic, passion, they've gone and started their own channels, and they have been fighting the fight, which actually should be fought by media. And the government is now trying to control even those voices, because we have seen in the last 6-8 months in the run-up to the election that many of these guys had very strong following. In fact, they were setting the narrative. Many times the large media was in fact following the narrative set by them, because it made it more easier for them to say, okay, so and so has said this, and therefore they are reporting it. They are not asking the questions. They will pass the agency that the questioning is being done by somebody else. We are just reporting on that.
So as a president of Editors Guild, when you talk about digital media, do you have members from digital media?
Yes,
in your team?
Yeah, Guild is now has membership from print, broadcast and digital. We are eager to have more members. We are eager to have greater representation.
There are many states like Maharashtra where digital media is still not recognized by DGPIR. How do you see this?
By the government or
by the government?
By the government, sure. But the Guild has taken a call that we will be recognizing digital media organizations, and their editors will be invited to be part of. In fact, many of them are already part of it. Guild is trying to be as inclusive and as broad-based to create a membership. And one of the challenges, one of the ambitions is to create a much larger membership across the regions, because Guild still has
That would be
predominantly
important.
Delhi-based.
True,
Yes.
true.
So we want
But
to.
when it comes to state government, people say, I mean, when I say people, people in bureaucracy, they say we are still working, the draft is on the way, it's being prepared.
Yes.
So, do you think as a president of Editors Guild of India, there can be a direct communication from Editors Guild to state governments in this context?
So the bill that they're talking about, broadcast bill, is being done by the MIB, Ministry of Information and Broadcasting. We wrote to them earlier in the month that we believe the broadcast bill is being prepared. Please give us a copy. So we haven't been given a copy. We are planning to write to them again that we believe a certain copy has been circulated. Please give us a copy. Let's see whether the government opens it up or not.
Noted. You're at Pune. Any message to the journalists of Pune or reporters of Pune?
No, I think I'm very impressed with the way Pune Journalists Union is organized. I think it's one of the most well organized, probably amongst the best I've seen in anywhere in the country. To be so well organized, I think that gives us hope. I am actually taking a lesson of inspiration that a journalist union can become so well organized, because in collective action lies the answer. We all have individual battles. Our organizations might have battles. Sometimes it's not easy for every organization to fight the same battle. But when you come under the umbrella of an association
As a team.
then you take away a target from your personal back, and a collective action can mount the challenge. So it's extremely important that whatever strong work has been done in the last many decades, the association carries it forward, remains very proactive, issue statements, make representations, file cases in judiciary against laws that are unjust. That is the only way we can soften the impact of what's going on.
Now the question is for a Karma journalist, not to the president of Editors Guild of
Yeah.
India. You have been in this journey since long time.
Yes.
कभी pressure आता है, कभी डर भी लगता है?
I would be very honest. There has been very little direct pressure to us. I know a lot of our peers have been under attack. A lot of large media has been under attack. But Caravan per se directly, there have been obviously defamation cases and legal cases, and sometimes even FIRs. In fact, there were FIRs that were lodged personally against me as well. But I would say that as a part of professional hazard of being in this business, the kind of pressure that some of the other peers have gotten, where they have been raided or we've been strong armed, is something we have not been, subjected to. So I can only count, a blessing so far.
Noted. Wish you all the best and thank you so much for your valuable time.
Thank you.